In this video, I interviewed John from growingyourgreens.com about how to grow a YouTube channel with a $100 camera, how to simplify the upload process, and how to have more energy as an influencer right now. What's up, influencers? Benji Travis here with John Kohler.
What's up?
Of growingyourgreens.com, and welcome to another interview here on Video Influencers, helping you build your influence, income, and impact with online video. Thank you so much for letting us come here.
Yeah, no worries, Benji. I'm glad to be on your show.
Yeah, so a lot of you that follow me might know that I'm into gardening, and obviously we're in a garden. John Kohler of growingyourgreens.com is the most badass gardener on YouTube. Seriously, he's even cooler in person. He's got 300,000 subscribers on his gardening channel, over 40 million views. And this is for gardening, you know, like it's easy to compare, you know, different channels and views, but like this is specific to gardening. Anything you want to share with us about what you do on your channel?
Yeah, I mean, basically I just teach people, no matter where they're at, to start growing their own food. You know, food is something we all need to eat each and every day. And unfortunately in our society, we're not taught, you know, to produce it ourselves. You know, we're consumers in this consumerism society, and I want you guys to be producers. You know, even if you grow one little radish, a little bit of microgreens inside your house, even if you don't have a yard outside to grow like I am, you know, food is where it's at. I mean, there's all these foodies. If you love food and you like the best quality ingredients, like Benji's a cook, right? You could grow way better quality stuff in your garden than you could buy at the store, like ever, even better than the farmer's market. So you could have higher quality, better tasting, and you know where your food comes from with all, in this age of like pesticides and herbicides, and what do they do to your food before you got it? You never know. Yeah. So that's why I'm glad I could share this with everybody, you know, even to the beginner. You know, I have 1.5 hour videos showing from step by step to go from a backyard with nothing to have a garden in it. You know, I just had a really good series, 2.5 hours. And most people would tune out, but you know, my viewers want to know this information and they watch the whole thing so that they could do it too.
So, John, you know, like it's easy to look at these numbers and like forget that you started at zero, just like any other YouTuber, right? And I think why this is one of my favorite interviews is because you took something that you're passionate about and you put it out on social media, specifically YouTube, and have been able to grow this into, I'm assuming this is your business, your career. Can you share what that journey was like? You know, when you first started, how you got started to where you're at today?
Sure. So first, Benji, I want to share that, you know, this is not my career or business, YouTube. I just simply do this for fun and pleasure. That's a big distinction, because if I was doing it for business, I would do it way different, because I wouldn't have 1.5 hour videos because they don't get views, they don't get clicks. People are scared. They want to know everything in 3 minutes or 4 minutes, right? So I just do this completely for fun. I have a successful business, discountjuicers.com, where I sell juicers and blenders and appliances that allow people to process the fruits and vegetables they grow so they can have it in the healthiest way possible, in a YouTube account connected with that, Raw Foods. But I do Growing Your Greens just because I'm so passionate about gardening, and it's something that I learned that I want to share with everybody because it's so important. Like, I only got into my 3 YouTube channels actually online because I'm here today. You know, I almost lost my life after I got out of college. I don't know if you knew that, but I almost lost my life. And, you know, I had to basically turn my health around because the medical system and the doctors were not going to do this for me. And I had to take responsibility for my health into my own hands. And so I learned how to be healthy, how to live healthily, how to, you know, have the highest quality food, and how to do the things the best I possibly could. And that's why I make the videos to this day, and that's what's driven me to make the videos, not any kind of financial things. For a long time, actually, I didn't even monetize my videos because I didn't know what it was or if you could even do that. But, you know, I'm not stupid. I'm not going to leave money on the table by any means. But that's not my prime motivation to do it, and that's not my focus when I'm making a video. My focus is to get the information in a fun, comical, and educational way to people so that they can make a difference in their lives. Because truly, the thing that I want the most out of all my YouTube channels is to make a difference in the world. I mean, I have a successful business. I don't need to rely on this as my income. I could probably retire in Thailand if I want to on my regular business. Not that I'd want to, because I always like to do something productive. And this also gives me a sense of accomplishment that I'm doing something to help the world that's, you know, that we're in this pretty messed up state.
And I can tell you from personal experience, it doesn't surprise me that this isn't something that you created a business model from, because I always watch you, and of course, you know, like I'm always thinking business because I manage my wife's business on YouTube, and I always think like, how does he make a living from this? Because I remember when you would run ads, you weren't trying to pitch like, you know, some product or whatever. You're just purely like adding value to people that want to garden. And I can tell you that passion that you have is what drove my wife to do what she did, right? It was never about money.
Exactly.
And in fact, almost every successful YouTuber, Sean, you would agree too, like has said in these interviews, it wasn't about money, it wasn't about business. But so it's amazing to hear that all you want to do is help the world. Now, I don't think it's wrong to like want to create a business around a YouTube channel if you want to, but the most successful YouTubers have been people who do it because they're passionate and they want to give. So anything you want to say after that?
Yeah, I mean, I basically just started my channel actually because I had been gardening already at that point for, I don't know, 10 years, but I wanted to convert my whole yard to like an edible garden, to have like my little, you know, farm in my front yard. And I didn't know how to do that. So I saw actually a few videos online, the Gervais family, they live in Pasadena, and they show what they did, but they didn't show how to do it. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, man, I'm gonna make videos and show people how to do this and share with them my journey. And that's what I did in a long time. I mean, for the first couple 5 years, man, like nobody would watch my stuff, but I'd keep doing it. And then all of a sudden it started growing, and you know, lately it's grown pretty fast, and especially during the gardening season, that's the high time for me. Like springtime, my views go up, and the wintertime, my views go down a little bit because not many people are gardening, but a lot of people are inside, so they're watching YouTube more. But yeah, that's why I started it. And you know, I just continue to this day. Whenever I travel and go somewhere, I make videos and I just have fun on my show. And you know, that's what I do, man. I just share my passion with the world, and I think all you guys could share your passion and make a difference, you know, and move the world in a better direction with all the influence you guys have. So I encourage you guys to do that.
Do you have any advice for people that are just starting out? So whether it's gardening or some other passion they have, and what it takes to start a YouTube channel, like what you would tell a beginner?
Sure. So just do it. Like, I'm trying to get my girlfriend to make videos, and she's like, I'm scared of what people are gonna think. Who cares? Who gives a F?
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
Like, you just gotta put it out there. Yeah, I get bad comments. You just gotta like rise above that, right? If you're doing something wrong, you're doing something good because you're making people watch you, right? I mean, there's YouTube channels that I don't necessarily agree with that are, you know, like doing negative, like bashing videos on other YouTubers and stuff, and I don't necessarily agree with that kind of style, but hey, they get views, and I'm not gonna say that's right or wrong. I wouldn't personally do that stuff.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, be consistent, number one. You know, come out with a video. Come out with one video a week when you're starting. I think that's a really great number to hit, and you just be consistent with it. And also, you know, pay attention to your still shot. You know, I watch my whole video sometimes 3 times to find that right still shot that I think that'll get more clicks when they see that. And then I put a little, make sure your title is accurate, a really catchy title. You know, here's a good tip. Look at like some of those women's world magazines at the supermarket for like the titles on the cover of those magazines, and then form your titles around what they're using to catch people's interest. That works great, right? We're just using like regular marketing for us to get our videos viewed, right? And then also be sure to have a nice, good, solid description with links back to your Facebook and subscribe and all this kind of stuff. And also be sure to have really great keywords. I mean, these are just some of the basic things, Benji. I'm sure you covered in other videos before.
It's amazing how many people don't do those basics, or they overlook them because they think it's basic. But we actually share with people all the time, like still to this day, that is still the bread and butter of YouTube videos in terms of like how to get found. Super important. When you're talking about still shots, thumbnails, I mean, we live by them. Judy like spends so much time, my wife, for the vlogs and her other videos, trying to find the right thumbnail. It's amazing. Like sometimes like 10, 20 minutes to formulate it and everything. So I totally agree. I think the last question I want to ask is about equipment, production, editing, which all can sound intimidating. Can you share with people what your setup is and any tips around that? Because I know that's one of those hangups people have when they start a YouTube channel.
Right. So I mean, my equipment, actually, my camera's right here. So I got these cameras. They're like on Canon's website. They're refurbished for like $100. And I bought a bunch of
$100.
I bought a bunch of extra batteries, and I actually have about 4 of these cameras, exactly the same kind. Wow. So if I want to do multi-angle shots, all the colors gonna be matching.
Oh wow!
And then also, these have SD cards, right? So I could easily take these out, send them to my editor, or whatever I need to do. And so like, I keep all the info on the SD card so I never lose my raw footage. That's very important because we've had computer crashes. So now we never delete. These SD cards like $8 for a 32 gig SD card. So these are all in archive, so I have all the footage in case I want to do something even more than just later. So I mean, it doesn't take a lot. You could even use your iPhone. Like people are so intimidated.
Absolutely.
I don't have the stuff, man. Your iPhone probably has better. iPhone 6 has better quality than this thing right here, man, or a Samsung S6 or whatever, man. Whatever they're up to, like. You don't need the fanciest equipment. I started out with a flip cam, man, with no external mic, and half the time I still don't use the external mic that people complain about. And yeah, you could get an external mic and all this fancy stuff, but you know, I'm really just more about the content. And I didn't upgrade to HD for a long time because like I had a slow internet connection. It would take way too long to upload, but nowadays I would not even think about doing non-HD unless it's like just something real quick, right? Oh, the other thing that from the last question too I want to talk about is in your videos, you know, have a good personality on the camera.
Oh, absolutely.
That's huge. If
that
you're like,
energy.
You're like,
which you lack energy, so
yeah.
I don't know. You might need to step it up a little.
I mean, if you're like, hi, I'm John Kohler. This is my garden today. Like, nobody's gonna watch. Nobody wants to watch some downer, Debbie Downer. Like, be excited about life, man. And if you eat more fruits and vegetables and juice them and get them in you, you're gonna be more excited and have energy like I am. I mean, I have so much energy, I'm bouncing off the roof. One of my problems is like, I actually can't go to bed at night because I have so much energy.
Oh, yeah.
Which kind of sucks. But yeah, I mean, I just have this, and you know, at first I use a Microsoft Movie Maker to edit, and then we got a Mac, and my editor does my editing now because I used to do it all, and that would be a full-time job in addition to my regular job. I have an editor now that does it all. She uses like Final Cut on the Mac, and it's just real simple.
Really simple.
It's not hard, all the technical stuff.
Absolutely, and I can.
And you can figure it out. And there's YouTube videos to share with people if they don't know how to do it.
Just like you teach gardening, there's tons of people that talk about that stuff. And I've never watched one of your videos and thought, oh, I wish it was better, or like it's literally exactly what you need. It's just like straight to the point. You have great energy, right? You're editing. Like I think it's amazing that you do have multiple like angles, but even not necessary for the beginner.
Yeah,
you know?
Most of my videos don't have multiple angles.
And $100, like if you can't get this $100 refurbished camera and like
with the batteries and everything, I mean, yeah, it's insane.
I mean, I love that because we're always talking about like even like my vlog camera can. I think this one is like $300, but absolutely not necessary to start vlogging, to start doing YouTube videos. And I love that you brought up this example because you're talking, this is a star, a YouTube rock star, and he has multiple cameras, but his one camera he got for $100. He's got extra batteries. I mean, like, that's all you need. And like 40 million views with basically the same setup most of the time. We use Movie Maker in the beginning as well, so you don't need the fanciest stuff. I mean, I would suggest an Apple software if possible. So one of the things I'm most proud of is when people come up to me and say I've influenced their health, right? What they eat, growing their own greens, their own, like tomatoes or whatever. And even like just cooking, right? Because how many people don't even cook for themselves? Because you are healthy, like at a whole nother level, you can just see it. You're like vibrant, you've got a lot of energy. What would be your advice, or what would be some thoughts you want to share with our audience about being healthy and having more energy?
Sure, yeah, great. Thanks, Benji. Yeah, I mean, I've been having to live a healthy lifestyle now for the last 21 years, and because I almost lost my life, as I mentioned earlier, so I had to figure out how to turn it around and how to do the best I can, because the doctor said I could have a reoccurrence, not of that disease, but of any other one, and be back in the hospital and maybe not be so lucky and lose my life. So this is what I've learned up, and I'll sum it up for you guys just real simple, real quick, right? You want to eat more fruits and vegetables, especially the leafy green vegetables. These are the most anti-disease foods on the entire planet, and I know a lot of you guys may not like your vegetables. I mean, I made a green juice that I'll share with Benji and the camera person here in a little bit, but it's basically just like pineapples with oranges with greens, Swiss chard in my garden, some lettuce, some celery. Juice it up. And it's going to taste great. And I would encourage you guys to, increase the volume of fruits and vegetables you guys are eating, whether that means you're going to juice them, which is the best way to increase the volume of fruits and vegetables in your diet, or maybe second best is to blend them up into green smoothies, a simple green smoothie. I mean, Benji has videos on his channel to do that. But, simple green smoothies, a couple frozen bananas, some coconut water, and a whole bunch of greens, 5-ounce pack of earthbound greens or a pound of greens. Pre-washed, real simple, real easy, so you guys can get these foods in you. These are anti-disease and will give you more energy, because they contain minerals and vitamins, and more importantly, the phytochemicals and phytonutrients that you'll learn a lot more about on my other YouTube channels that probably Benji will have links to. It's Okraw, Growing Your Greens, and Raw Foods are the YouTube channels. And yeah, just simply do that. Drink more juice. Get more fruits and vegetables in you, and reduce the other things, the processed foods, of junk foods, of fast foods. You guys know what isn't good for you, man. Just stop eating that stuff and eat more fruits and vegetables. Whether you want to have a salad, whether you want to have some extra fresh fruits. And what I recommend the most for you guys is when you wake up in the morning, instead of eating breakfast. And yeah, what does breakfast mean? It means break fast. You're breaking your fast because you've been sleeping for the last, hopefully, 8 hours, or maybe a lot of you guys 5 hours or 4 hours like me. But you're breaking your fast. So like right upon I get up, I drink water or coconut water, and then a couple hours later, I'll make a fresh juice. And this is an easy way to break my fast of sleeping. And now, sometimes when we eat food, it takes a lot of energy from our body to digest the food. And the juice is the easiest thing to digest, goes right in, gives you instant energy without your body having to take the energy to digest the food and then give you more energy. So it's kind of self-defeating purpose on breakfast.
Thank you so much, John. Amazing advice, not just on the YouTube stuff, amazing advice on, being healthy, and I appreciate it. Check out John's channel, growingyourgreens.com. It goes right to his YouTube channel. He's got the other channels as well. If you're into gardening, if you're just into general health, you will be inspired by John. And if you're a video creator, be inspired by John following his passion and creating growingyourgreens.com, because it's truly amazing. Again, thank you. Is there any last thoughts before we cut it off?
Yeah, I mean, my last thoughts for the creators out there watching is I want you guys to, be the change in the world you want to see. As, Gandhi said, right? I'm just doing what I love, and I'm trying to change and make the world a better place. And I want to encourage all you guys as influencers to make the world a better place too, because we know the standard media and political system is probably not going to be doing that and taking us in the right direction we need to go in our world.
Come on, take us in the right direction. Anyways, thank you so much. Links will be down below. Make sure you put in your comments, questions you might have for John. If you don't go to his channel, I would love to try to get him to answer some of them. And thank you so much. We're gonna be bringing you more content here on Video Influencers, helping build your influence, income, and impact with online videos.
Oh, there's Oakley.
Is this dog vegan as well?
No, man. I'm a meat eater. He eats mostly
Oakley.
vegan though, actually.
Oh man, I bet, yeah.
Oh, you got a stinky breath.